प्रचण्डले र केपी
evaluated using standardized criteria or scoring guide. RIT criteria or standard guide. Structure interview is the type of interview where all candidates are asked predetermined question in the same order and their answers are evaluated using standardized criteria or standard guide. This method is commonly used in employee selection. This method is commonly used in employee selection, employee selection to ensure fairness, consistency and objectivity. This method is commonly used in employee selection. This method is commonly used in employee selection to ensure fairness, consistency and objectivity. Key features. Questions are QUSTION. Questions are prepared in advance. Questions are prepared in same question for every candidate. Same question for every candidate. Answers are rated using fixed skill. Answers are rated using fixed skill. Focus on the job skill. Focuses on job related skill and competencies. Focuses on job related skills and competencies. इसके advantages: reduces interview bias. DUCS INTRVIEW interviewers bias. Easy to compare candidates. Easy to compare candidates. High reliability and validity. High reliability and validity. Structured interview. Structured interview is the type of the interview where all candidates are asked predetermined question in the same order. Their answers are evaluated using standard criteria, standard guide. This method is commonly used in employee selection to ensure fairness, consistency and objectivity. Questions are prepared in advance. Same questions are asked for every candidate. Answers are rated using fixed skill. Focuses on the job related skills and competencies. Reduces improved interviewers bias. Easy to compare candidates. High reliability and validity. संरचित अन्तर्वार्ता भनेको त्यस्तो अन्तर्वार्ता हो जसमा अन्तर्वार्ता सुरु हुनु अघि नै प्रश्नपत्रहरू निश्चित गरिन्छन् र ती प्रश्नहरू सबै उम्मेदवारलाई एउटै क्रम र एउटै शैलीमा सोधिन्छन्। उम्मेदवारका उत्तरहरूलाई पहिल्यै तय गरिएको मापदण्ड वा अङ्क प्रणाली अनुसार मूल्याङ्कन गरिन्छ। यो अन्तर्वार्ता विधि विशेष गरी मानव संसाधनमा कर्मचारी छनौट प्रक्रियाको लागि प्रयोग गरिन्छ किनभने यसले निष्पक्षता, पारदर्शिता र विश्वसनीयता कायम गर्छ। मुख्य विशेषता: अन्तर्वार्ता अघि नै प्रश्नको सूची तयार गरिन्छ। सबै उम्मेदवारलाई समान प्रश्न सोधिन्छ। उत्तर मूल्याङ्कन गर्न निश्चित अङ्क प्रणालीको प्रयोग हुन्छ। कामसँग प्रत्यक्ष सम्बन्धित ज्ञान सिप र व्यवहारमा केन्द्रित हुन्छ। कामसँग प्रत्यक्ष सम्बन्धित ज्ञान सिप र व्यवहार, कामसँग प्रत्यक्ष सम्बन्धित ज्ञान सिप र व्यवहार हुन्छ, व्यवहारमा केन्द्रित हुन्छ। सेन्टर अन जब रिलेटेड नलेज, KNOWLEDG नलेज, स्किल एन्ड बिहेभियर, स्किल एन्ड बिहेभियर। यसको विशेषताहरू, फाइदाहरू, बेनिफिट्सहरू के हुन्छन्? यसले के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि रिड्युसेस इन्टरभ्युअर बायस, रिड्युसेस INTERVIEWER बायस, रिड्युसेस इन्टरभ्युअर बायस, इजी टु कम्पेयर क्यान्डिडेट्स, के हुन्छ, निर्णय बढी वैज्ञानिक र भए दिन्छ। डिसिजन इज मोर साइन्टिफिक एन्ड भ्यालिड। यदि कुनै कार्यालयले साहायताको लागि अन्तर्गत लिँदैछन्, परियोजना व्यवस्थापनमा प्रयोग गर्ने प्रमुख विधि के हुन्? दबावमा काम गरेको अनुभव बताउनुहोस्। यस्तै प्रश्नहरू समान रूपमा सोधिन्छ। यदि चाहनुभयो भने, चाहेको छैन। अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इन्टरभ्यू, unstructured interview in which questions are not pre-planned and may change depending on the candidate's response. This interview is more like a free-flowing conversation, allowing interviewer to explore idea, attitude, personality in the depth. Unstructured interview. Interview, interview is an interview in which questions are not pre-planned, questions are not pre-planned and may change change according to candidate's response. The interview is more like a free-flowing conversation. Allowing interviewer, allowing interviewer to explore ideas, to explore ideas, attitudes and personality, personality in depth. An unstructured interview is an interview in which questions are not pre-planned and may change according to the candidate's response. This interview is more like a free-flowing conversation, allowing interviewer to explore idea, attitude and personal behavior, attitude, personality in the depth. It is in personality in the depth. Key feature: no fixed set of question. No fixed set of question. Question may vary from candidate to candidate. Question may vary from candidate to candidate. Informal and flexible nature. Informal and flexible in nature. Focus on attitude. Suppose you focus on attitude, behavior and personality. Behavior and personality. Advantages. Allows deep understanding of candidate. Allow deep understanding of candidate. Deep understanding of candidate. Flexible and natural interaction. Flexible and natural interaction. Useful for exploratory or senior level position. Useful for exploratory or senior level position. High chance of interviewer bias. Disadvantage. Disadvantages के के high chance of interviewer bias, difficult to compare candidates, low reliability and consistency. High chance of interviewer bias. CHANC chance of interviewers bias. Bias हुन सक्छ. Difficult to compare candidates. Difficult to compare candidates. क्यान्डिडेट्सहरूलाई कम्पेयर गर्न गाह्रो हुन्छ. लो रिलायबिलिटी एन्ड कन्सिस्टेन्सी. लो रिलायबिलिटी एन्ड consistency. Low reliability and consistency. No fixed set of question may vary from candidate to candidate. Informal and flexible in nature. Focus on attitude, behavior and personality. No set of question may vary from the candidate to candidate. Informal and flexible in nature. Focus on attitude, behavior and personality. And on structured interviews, an interview in which questions are not pre-planned and may change depending on the candidate's response. The interview is more like a free-flowing conversation, allowing the interviewer to explore ideas, attitude and personality in the depth. An unstructured interview is an interview in which questions are not pre-planned and may change depending on the candidate's response. The interview is more like a free-flowing conversation. Questions are not pre-planned, may change depending on candidate's response. Free-flowing conversation. Interview is more like a free-flowing conversation, allowing the interviewer to explore idea, attitude, personality in depth. Structured interview is a type of interview in which all candidates are asked same pre-planned question in the same order and their answers are evaluated using standardized criteria or scoring guide. This method is commonly used in employee selection to ensure fairness, consistency and objectivity. Questions are prepared in advance. Some questions may vary. Same questions for every Candidate answers are rated using a fixed skill, focuses on the job related skills and competencies. Reduces interviewer bias, easy to compare candidates, high reliability and validity. Panel interview. PANELINTRVIBIEW. Allows deep understanding to the candidate, flexible and natural interaction, useful for exploratory or senior level positions. Panel interview is interview in which two or more interviewers interview candidate at the same time. Each member may ask the questions related to their area of expertise, and candidates' response are evaluated collectivity. Conducted by a group of interview, questions come from different panel member. Questions come from different panel member, often used for professional, managerial or government job. Decisions are made jointly. Multiple viewpoints in the evaluation reduces the individual bias, saves times compared to the multiple separate interviews. Disadvantage: can make decision nervous, requires coordination among panel member, risks of dominating panelist. Panel interview is a kind of interview. Panel interview is an interview in which two or more interviewers, a panel, interview a candidate at the same time. Each panel member may ask questions related to their area of expertise, and the candidates' response are evaluated collectively. Each panel member may ask the questions related to their area of expertise, and candidates' responses are evaluated collectively. Conducted by a group of interviewers. Questions come from different panel members, often used for professional, managerial or government jobs. Decisions are made jointly. Multiple viewpoints in evaluation. Reduces individual bias, save times compared to multiple separate interviews. Saves time compared to multiple separate interviews. Disadvantage: can make candidate nervous, requires coordination among panel members, risks of dominating panelist. प्यानल अन्तर्वार्ता भनेको यस्तो अन्तर्वार्ता हो जसमा एकभन्दा बढी अन्तर्वार्ताकार, सामान्यतया 3-5 जना मिलेर एकै समयमा उम्मेदवारसँग अन्तर्वार्ता लिन्छन्। प्रत्येक प्यानल सदस्यले आफ्ना विशेषज्ञता अनुसार प्रश्न सोध्न सक्छ र अन्त्यमा उम्मेदवारको प्रदर्शनलाई सामूहिक रूपमा मूल्याङ्कन गरिन्छ। यो प्रविधि अन्तर्गत सरकारी सेवा, बैंक, शैक्षिक संस्था, व्यवस्थापकीय पदहरूको लागि प्रयोग गरिन्छ किनभने यसले निष्पक्षता र पारदर्शिता बढाउँछ। एउटै समयमा धेरै अन्तर्वार्ताकार सहभागी हुन्छन्। फरक क्षेत्रका विज्ञहरूबाट प्रश्न सोधिन्छ। सामूहिक रूपमा निर्णय गरिन्छ। औपचारिक र संरक्षित प्रकृतिको हुन्छ। सेव्स टाइम कम्पेयर टु द सेपरेट इन्टरभ्युज। डिसिजन आर मेड जोइन्टली, अफ्टन युज फर प्रोफेसनल, मैनेजरियल और गभर्मेन्टल जब। मुख्य विशेषता: बहुआयामिक मूल्याङ्कन, व्यक्तिगत पक्षपात कम हुन्छ, समग्र स्रोतको बचत हुन्छ। बेफाइदाहरू: उम्मेदवारले मानसिक दबाव पर्न सक्छ, प्यानल सदस्यबीच समन्वय आवश्यक पर्दछ, केही प्यानल सदस्यहरू हावी हुन सक्छन्। बिहेभियरल इंटरव्यू. A behavioral interview is an interview technique that evaluates candidates based on their past behavior and experiences. On the assumption that the past behavior is the best predictor of the future performance, candidates are asked to describe the real situation they have handled in the past. Behavioral interview is an interview technique that evaluates a candidate based on the past behavior and experiences. On assumption that the past behavior is the best predictor of the future performance, candidates are asked to describe real situation they have handled in the past. Focuses on the past behavior and real experiences. Uses situation-based question. Often follow STAR method: situation, task, action, result. result. Star method often follows star method. Situation, task, action, result. Situation, task, action, result. Star method common in competency based selection. Focuses on the past, behavior and real expertises. A behavioral interview is an interview technique that evaluates candidates based on their past behavior and experiences, on assumption that the past behavior is the best predictor of future performance. Candidates are asked to describe the real situation they have handled in the past. Focuses on the past behavior and the real experiences. Uses situation based question. Often follows the star method. Situation, task, action, result. Common in competency based selection. Strong predictor of the job performance. Job related and evidence based. Reduces the guesswork and bias. Time consuming and non-suitable for candidate with little experience. Requires skilled interview. व्यवहारगत अन्तर्वार्ता. नेपालीमा व्यवहारगत अन्तर्वार्ता भनेको अन्तर्वार्ता यस्तो अन्तर्वार्ता विधि हो जसमा उम्मेदवारको विगतको व्यवहार, अनुभव र काम गर्ने शैलीको आधारमा मूल्याङ्कन गरिन्छ. यसको मुख्य सिद्धान्त हो उम्मेदवारको विगतको व्यवहार नै भविष्यको कार्य सम्पादनको सबैभन्दा राम्रो सूचक हो. पास्ट बिहेभियर अफ क्यान्डिडेट प्रिडिक्ट्स द फ्युचर पर्फर्मेन्स. यस अन्तर्वार्तामा उम्मेदवारलाई वास्तविक जीवनका घटनाहरू वर्णन गर्न लगाइन्छ जसबाट उसको निर्णय क्षमता, समस्या समाधान, नेतृत्व, टोलीका र तनाव व्यवस्थापन जस्ता दक्षता मापन गरिन्छ. यसबाट उसको निर्णय क्षमता, समस्या समाधान, नेतृत्व, टोली कार्य, टिमवर्क र तनाव व्यवस्थापन सम्बन्धी दस्तावेज मापन गरिन्छ. विगतको वास्तविक अनुभवमा केन्द्रित परिस्थिति सिजन्य प्रश्नहरूको प्रयोग. स्टार विधिको प्रयोग गरिन्छ. सिचुएसन भनेको अवस्था, जिम्मेवारी, गरिएको कार्य र नतिजा. दक्षतामा आधारित छनौट प्रक्रिया. फाइदाहरू: कार्य सम्पादन पूर्वानुमान गर्न प्रभावकारी, तथ्यमा आधारित मूल्याङ्कन, अनुमान र पक्षपात कम हुने. बेफाइदा: अन्तर्वार्ता बढी समय लाग्छ, कम अनुभव भएका उम्मेदवारको लागि उपयुक्त हुँदैन, दक्ष अन्तर्वार्ताकारको आवश्यकता पर्छ. भनेको 4 प्रकारका इन्टरभ्यू: स्ट्रक्चर्ड इन्टरभ्यू, अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इन्टरभ्यू, प्यानल इन्टरभ्यू र बिहेभियरल इन्टरभ्यू. सेलेक्सन टेस्ट हैन. अब हामीले इन्टरभ्यूमा यो इन्टरभ्यूमा के इन्टरभ्यू हुने हो? एउटा स्ट्रक्चर STRUCTUR स्ट्रक्चर्ड, बीमा अनस्ट्रक्चर STRUCTURD अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड, सी प्यानल इन्टरभ्यू, डी बिहेभियरल इन्टरभ्यू. स्ट्रक्चरमा के गरिन्छ? प्रिडिटरमाइन्ड क्वेसनहरू चाहिँ क्रमैसँग प्रत्येक चाहिँ क्यान्डिडेट्सहरूलाई सोधिन्छ र तिनीहरूले दिएको रेस्पोन्सलाई एउटा स्ट्यान्डर्ड स्केलसँग दाँडेर पर्फर्मेन्स हुन्छ. यो र यस्तो चाहिँ किन गरिन्छ भने जब सेलेक्सन प्रोसेसमा चाहिँ फेयरनेस होस् हैन, बाहिर इन्टरभ्युअरको बायसनेस नहोस् भनेर गरिन्छ. अनस्ट्रक्चर भनेको अनस्ट्रक्चर इन्टरभ्यू. इन अनएक्सन इन्टरभ्यू देयर आर नो प्री-प्लान्ड क्वेसन and the question of the interviewer may depend on the candidate's response. It's like a free-flowing conversation, and it helps interviewer to explore ideas and experiences, skills in behavior of candidate. Panel interview भनेको 2 or more than 2 interviewer. A panel of 2 or more than 2 interviewers is formed, and each interviewer asks question from the area of their expertise. एन्ड के अरे एन्ड इभ्यालुएसन आर मेड सेपरेट एन्ड कम्पाइल टुगेदर। यही हो। अब यसमा चाहिँ यसको फाइदा के हुन्छ भने यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि स्किल एक्सपर्टाइज हुन्छ के अरे आइडियाहरू चाहिँ इन्टरभ्युअरको स्किल नलेज एक्सपिरियन्सहरूलाई चाहिँ एक्सप्लोर गर्न सकिन्छ, इनोभेटिभ आइडियाजहरूलाई चाहिँ क्याप्चर गर्न सकिन्छ। अनि इन्टरभ्युअरको चाहिँ बायसनेसले चाहिँ यसमा काम गर्दैन, फेयरनेस बढ्छ। अनि टाइम एन्ड कस्ट सेभिङ हुन्छ बिकज अल प्यानलिस्ट आस्क द क्वेसन इन द सेम इन्टरभ्यू एन्ड देयर इज नो नेसेसरी टु अर्गनाइज द सेपरेट इन्टरभ्यू। सो एन्ड डिसएडभान्टेजेस भन्न सक्दैन भने क्यान्डिडेट्स मे गेट्स नर्भस हुनसक्छ। इट इज नट suitable for the candidate with little experience and highly skilled interviewer are required. And panelists can dominate. Any panelist can dominate the intelligent test, aptitude test, personal IAPSP. Intelligence test, aptitude test, intelligence test, aptitude, personality test, exit test, psychological test.